Zelda Maker is an exciting concept, right? The idea of having the flexibility that we do in a Mario Maker and drawing that into a Zelda type game with Zelda assets. To me, that sounds like a dream. It just sounds fantastic. So when we learned that Link's Awakening is going to have a sort of Zelda Maker mode in there, at first I was excited. I was like, yes, this looks fantastic. And then I kind of learned that what I made look like a Zelda Maker and kind of act like a Zelda Maker, it's not really all that much of a Zelda Maker. I said that Zelda Maker so many times then. I am banned from saying that word anymore because what they are actually called is a chamber dungeon. Now these chamber dungeons, they were not what I was expecting at all. They might actually be better suited towards this game anyway, and they might not be what you're expecting either. So what exactly are these then? Well, I like to think of them as a bit of a bonus dungeon, something that you're going to make yourself. They're going to be slightly smaller than what you're expecting, and you're going to know the layout because of course you built it yourself. Also, you're going to get rewarded. We don't know exactly what these rewards will be yet, but we do know that finishing the dungeon is actually only half the battle towards getting that reward. You see, the other half is actually making the dungeon itself. And this is where it gets kind of interesting, so stick with me here. You see, putting together the dungeon isn't just a matter of just slapping together whatever you want and shoving it out the door. No, to get these together, you're going to be kind of completing challenges. When you enter the shack that helps you build these dungeons, you're going to meet up with Dampé. Now he is going to help you make these, but he's also going to set you out challenges. You notice the one we see here is a heart-shaped dungeon, and you have to fill every square of that heart with a piece of dungeon tile. Now I have to admit that putting down a bunch of tiles in a heart-shaped area does seem kind of simple at first, but when you do a little bit of looking into this, you can kind of see where the challenge might come into this, because obviously you can't just place tiles wherever you want. Building these dungeons themselves is kind of simplistically brilliant. In other words, it seems that anyone could kind of come into this and put a dungeon together. It's still going to be puzzling, but it's not going to be something that it's simply the tools are going to overwhelm you. In fact, the tools are just super easy to understand. You just need to place an entrance and a nightmare, which is a boss, in each one of your dungeons, and then just fill the tiles up between them. There's a couple of rules here. You need to make sure that every door is connected to another door, and that every locked door has enough keys to unlock them all. Of course, telling where everything is and what's inside each room is also really easy. Take a look at this. At any quick glance, you can tell if a room will drop a key, which is indicated by the chest, if it has any locked doors, and any stairs, which are your underground areas. Also, a note that I didn't mention before, stairs need to be connected to another stairs, so you need to always have two that are connected together, and that'll kind of link the two together underground. It's also really easy to find which ones you need. First of all, you just decide how many doors you want inside that room, indicated by the 1 to 4. Then the next menu here will tell you which sides of that room have a door on them. And then after that, it's a simple matter of deciding which one of those rooms inside that category you want to choose from and whether it has chest or underground. Now the tiles here themselves are going to unlock as you do the main story. So the further you get in that story, the more tiles you're going to have to play around with here. And that kind of makes sense as to what I was talking about before, is the more you do of the story, the more it plays into this, and it kind of plays alongside each other. During the Treehouse Live they did for this game, they even mentioned that it's going to leave a stronger impression on you if you play it alongside the main story. Now you certainly could take that as they just want you to play this mode, but personally I think there may be a little bit more to this that we're not seeing. There's a couple more things here that I do want to talk about. First of all, you can get an amiibo with this game, which is just the cutest amiibo that I've ever seen, and I need it. But apart from that, he does summon a Shadow Link that will chase you around these dungeons, and if defeated, you get a bunch of rupees. So just another kind of thing to throw in your dungeon, maybe if you're running low on rupees. Also, the other Zelda characters and Zelda Links amiibos and blah blah blahs, all of those will... That's not English, Eric. All the different Zelda series amiibo will do different stuff inside these dungeons. I'm wondering, is this them taking their first steps into like a Zelda Maker type thing? Is this them testing the waters to say, let's see if this works, let's see if we can make something out of this? Because while this may be a Zelda Maker Lite and is really just there as more of a main campaign than an actual Zelda Maker, it does kind of tiptoe that line that almost feels like they could be setting up for something in the future. Who knows though, I'm definitely not going to get my hopes up. And that's going to do it for today. So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos like this. And for great Nintendo entertainment, remember you can count on me. For today's end screen, I just kind of realized that Mario Maker is coming up really fast. It's going to be here in no time. Like, we're just going to be playing it in like less than a couple of weeks. So that's kind of amazing. And I'm really looking forward to playing some of that, streaming some of that, doing some of that, stuffing some of that. It's stuffing up this end screen. So that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys and goodbye.